Yo, yo, what is the deal on this beautiful, beautiful, terrific, and splendid day? Welcome to another Raider Nation Unlimited. I'm your man, Wasted Talent. Shout outs and salutations to everybody in the room. Spread all the love in the room that we can. Get us over there on Twitter and on YouTube. Come on in. We about to go live. We have cookies. You know what? We have over 100 in the room. Get wasted with your brother. Wasted. Tell a friend to tell a friend, man. And to be honest with you, man, yo, my interest music, man, sometimes
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
sometimes I don't appreciate that things change. Sometimes your brother Wasted doesn't appreciate the many gifts that I've been given here on Raider Nation Unlimited and all of you great people. And sometimes I don't appreciate my music. I love this music, man. I think I want to play it again, man. I'm going to play it again, damn it. All right. I'm kidding around. So shout out to everybody in the room, yo. Shout out to my guy Martin in the place to be from way across the pond. Chip, cheerio. Splendiferous and the munificent. Felicitations all around. Oh, wow. That is a word I've never heard of. That might be the new wasted word of the day, Martin. My guy, Raider Tony. What's up, Wasted? Telesco added some good depth to the roster. You're jumping the line, but guess what? Let's get into it. Guys, I didn't go live yesterday. As you heard, the Raiders made a few moves, right? Let's get into the most significant move. The most significant move that was made yesterday was the addition of Andrus Peat. I mean, my God, man. This is what we spoke about when we said we need for the Raiders to shore up the trenches, man. The Raiders have shored up the trenches in a huge way with our draft of Jackson Powers Johnson, and also drafting Delmar Glaze. I mean, we have really committed to the trenches. We brought in Christian Wilkins. I mean, Tyree Wilson. We are really primed up front. We're getting into a situation where there's going to be a lot of competition. And I'm going to tell you why. The man, Andrus Peat, that we signed, started 102 games out of a possible 112 games for the Saints. He's a 3-time Pro Bowl player. He has not been a Pro Bowler since 2020. But we're going to give you the skinny, man. The former first-round pick moves on after 9 seasons. And it was initially thought that the Saints might bring him back, man. But they were content to let him go, and now we wound up with him. Another man's trash, another man's treasure. The Raiders are bringing in this guy who was a Pro Bowl guard 3 times, has played some snaps at right tackle very well. When Terrion Armstead went there, he played a left tackle too. So this is a guy who's a Swiss Army knife of a player, man. A Swiss Army knife of a player. So let me give you a little rundown of what kind of player we're getting here, man. He's a vet. He had 809 snaps in 2023, man. He notched a 60.2 PFF grade and allowed 2 sacks. Pete has also spent the majority of his career playing left guard and transitioned to a full-time tackle in 2023. So this is a guy who is coming in the building right now and has put our rookie and Dylan Parham on notice. There were a lot of us who wanted Dylan Parham to be a little tougher up front. And now, look, Pete is putting a lot of people on notice. This is a guy who's been a starter in the NFL, and this is what I've always asked for the Raiders to do. Let your backups be former starters in other places. Let your backups be skilled guys so that if you do have a guy go down, you have somebody that with a moment's not too big for them, and they can come in and really give you some really good snaps for a prolonged period of time. And if he beats a guy out, then that's nothing but right because you have a young player that'll get a chance to develop behind a seasoned veteran. Oh, my God. Water was terrific, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody. We got almost 243 in the room. Get wasted with your brother Wasted, man. People have no idea what's coming this season. It's a storm that's coming, and it's the autumn wind. Oh, my God, man. Yo, man, from your lips to God's ears, my brother. From your lips to God's ears. My guy, Raider Rorschach. Good evening to the wise, Wasted Talent. Shout out to you, yo. Share this thing all out. All over social media. We need more love in the room. It's not enough love in the room, y'all. Come on now. Let's get going. Get wasted with your brother Wasted. My guy, Jack Burton, is in a place. Raiders, get off my lawn. Plainfield in the house, man. Shout out to you, Jack Burton. Shout out to the Queen City, too, my brother. Shout out to the Queen City. My guy, King Ed, man. What up, brother Wasted? Tapping in from South Central LA, man. My Lambo is blue. My football team is silver and black. And my head coach is from Compton. Listen, it don't get real as that, my brother, man. It don't get as real as that, man. Shout out to you. My guy, Raider Primos, is in a place. I hope the schedule releases Thursday. It will be, brother. Thursday's the 9th, right? Yeah, the schedule release is going to clear up a lot of things for us, man. Now, the Raiders have a tough schedule coming up this year. I mean, don't we always? But you know why I'm glad for the schedule release? So I can kind of red circle what games I'm going to travel to this year. So shout out to everybody, man. My guy Bill Gates is in the place, man. Wasted. My brother, this is a very underrated pickup. Pete will be helpful. He'll be beyond helpful. He could be a possible starter, my brother. He could be a possible starter. The Raiders went out there. Coupon time strikes again, going to getting a guy that no one thought about. No one thought about. We were going out there, and to be honest with you, I hope that this is a sign that the Raiders aren't done improving this roster, right? The one thing that I like about what they're doing is they're bringing in a mixture of younger players. They're bringing in a mixture of older players. They're bringing in guys who either are going to give them great depth or possibly start. So I ain't mad at him. And Super Mario Cron's in the place. Dan High Stakes Teaser is in the place. Minnesota Black is in the place. Nada's in the place. Andrus H. Get a veteran corner. And then draft Carson Beck next year. Championship. Hey, man. Where your lips to guys is, man. To be honest with you, bro. Hey, man. Let's see what Aiden O'Connell will do this year. Let's just see, man. Maybe Aiden O'Connell matures into a star player. You never know. Shout out to you, my guy. Bow down. B4-1. Severe trick. I would have loved to see the Raiders pick up Tyler Boyd instead of Michael Gallup. Boy, look, we will get into that. Don't you jump the line. Don't you jump the line, bow down. You jump the line, man. But, yo, listen, I would like to see the Raiders go out and get a veteran corner as well to add to that room. I think that's the cherry on top of this team. So, basically, what we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure that we have a more cohesive and deeper roster than anyone else in the AFC West. We might not have the best quarterback, but we'll have the best roster. And that's what I like what Coupon Time is doing, man. Oh, my God. So, look, let's look at the Raiders depth chart, man. Because it's very, very important, you know, basically to look at the depth chart to see where all this is gonna transpire, you know, for the guys that are on this roster. Where some of these guys are going to wind up. Who do you think are the people that's going to start? Like, let's really look at this, man. I'm going to pull up the Raiders depth chart on ESPN as currently constituted. And guess what? We can go over this. We can go over it. And you guys can tell me who you guys think is going to start. I'm going to give you guys my ideas too, man. So hold on. I'm going to share my screen. Boom. Here we go. Now, shout out to ESPN. They have Aiden O'Connell starting. Some of you would probably debate that, but they have Aiden O'Connell starting. Zamir Wright is running back one. They have, you know, our young rook at fourth. He's probably going to move up the depth chart. They got Tay, of course, starting. They got second. So you got Tay. Then his backup is Jalen Guyton, Christian Wilkerson, Ramel Kenton. Wide receiver two, Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker, LaDetrick Griffin. And then our third wide receiver, Michael Gallup, DJ Turner, Jeff Foreman. Right? So we got Brock Bowers here. You know Brock Bowers is going to be starting this year. Brock Bowers is essentially like a slot wide receiver, but built like Arnold Schwarzenegger. So that was actually such a good pickup for the Raiders, man. I want to talk about how people have been shit canning that move, right? Left tackle, Colton Miller. Then they got Jalen McKenzie. I think that's Reggie McKenzie's kid, if I'm not mistaken, but they got him in the building. Left guard, Dylan Parham, Andrus Peat, Delmar Glaze, Cody Whitehair. Now, that's crazy that there's a log jam at left or right guard. Totally insane, because when I look at this, man, you know, We went out free agency now and brought in 2 guys, and we drafted 2 guys, man. I would just hope that they would make one of these guys transition to right guard. I'm pretty sure they will. You know what I'm saying? They got too many guys at that log jam right there. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Let me get to some of these supers, man. Appreciate y'all for supporting the channel. My brother, Shalib, gifted 5 Red Nation Unlimited featuring Wasted Talent memberships to the Wasted Talent Army. Thank you, my brother. There's been much appreciated, man. Keeping the lights on over here. My girl, man, Yvette Niles, always supporting the channel, man. Shout out to you, Yvette. Yo, listen, man. A lot of support, man, from the Raiderettes that pull up in here, man. Shout out to Yvette, man. Yo, shout out to Elite. Yo, shout out to the flying wonderful Lees Adels. I mean, shout out to everybody. Sarah, everybody, man. Appreciate you, man. Erica, all of y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Salute Wasted for sure. Coupon Tom. I love it. Let's go. Raiders. Shout out to Yvette Niles, yo. The East Coast brethren. So, yo, let's get into this, man. Who do you guys have making this roster? Now, I got to come back, man. Who do y'all have making this roster, man? Who do you guys have? Like, we're going to start at the positional group that we're talking about, the Andrus Peat move. Who do you guys see making the roster there? My guy, Redbone. Obviously, a lot of these guys won't be on the roster when it's all said and done. Yeah, we got 83 guys right now. A lot of these guys will be gone, right? I already know the guys that are set in stone, right? Nasty work. I'm yawning already. Look, we already know some of these guys that are just depth pieces, right? And that makes me transition. We're going to get back to the depth chart to Jalen Guyton. Now, Jalen Guyton is a move that there are a lot of people saying that, you know, the Raiders brought in Jalen Guyton, you know, maybe to be a kick returner and all that stuff. I heard that on Twitter, and I'm like, dude, listen, bro. Sound good, but the guy hasn't been a kick returner really, and I haven't seen many times where he's taken a kick back in his career. I think Jalen Guyton is a guy that he's going to have to fight to make this roster. That's what I think, man. Because, yo, the one thing that we're not short on is wide receivers, right? And this guy has not exactly set the world on fire. I think he had, you know, last year, if I'm not mistaken, 89 yards and a touchdown. Let me pull that up for y'all. Yes, current season, 89 yards, 11.1 yards a game, 1 touchdown. You know, Jalen Guyton is no world beater. And it's going to be hard to make this roster playing like that. Real rap. Especially with guys getting most of the snaps and opportunities, man. Now, maybe, you know, this is a Tommy T guy. You know, Tommy T's an old scout. You know, he's 6'1", 212. He's from North Texas. This might be a guy that Tom Telesco scouted, and he could be a guy that they want to bring in, you know, because he feels like there's more there. You know what I mean? And the thing about Jalen Guyton that I will say is that, yo, he has the prerequisite speed. He's a guy that if you give him snaps, he can maybe take the top off of the defense. But that's a guy that I don't really see making it, man. Shout out to my guy Graf in the place. He says, Brock Bowers. The F out of here with that Graf. And, yo, congratulations on 25K subscribers, too, bro. Shout out to you, man. You know, you put the work in, man. It's well-deserved, my brother. Yes, I did send Cal Grizzly, and we will get into it a little later. We will get into it later, man. But Kim Kardashian, oh, wow. Yo, we got another YouTube name that goes down in the annals of YouTube history. Kim Kardashian's beef, not with the roast beef flaps. Oh my God, Nas, what the F is wrong with you? The F. My gosh. Hope Guyton makes it just to see 4 on the field. Man, that is nasty freaking work, man. Damn it, that's nasty work, man. Salute to you. Salute to you. You are a devout hater. I love that shit. My guy, Franklin Skinner, man. The great and powerful Franklin Skinner. He is a Planet Raiders representative. He is down with us. Shout out to that, man. My guy, Graf. We have a guy on this roster who can play corner opposite of Jack Jones. His name's... Yo, he really caught me with that. His name rhymes with Powers. Graf, you about to be unceremoniously. The F out of here with this, Graf. Stop trying to derail the show, Graf. Nasty work, man. Effing nasty work, man. Y'all stupid, man. Salute Wasted. Pulling up time to get wasted. Yes, sir. We got almost 500 in the room. Get wasted with your brother Wasted, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Get with it to get lost. So listen, we're gonna go back into us breaking down this roster, man, because I find it really, really interesting that the Raiders are doubling and tripling down on positions. They're doubling and tripling down on positions, and the thing that has not been missed on me is that they're not doubling down in some of the places of need that we would like them to. Woo! Shit, man. Had a rough one today, man. Nah, Grab. I'm kidding with you, bro. Man, but no. In the same token, man, we got to get back into this, man. We got to see who you guys will feel like is a lock on this roster, man. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go through the whole roster with a fine-tooth comb. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the guys that I think are in danger of getting cut. I think Christian Wilkerson is a guy that can be in danger of not making the roster. He was a Josh McDaniels guy. He is definitely a guy that his roster spot is in danger. Jalen Guyton might not make it out of camp. Jeff Foreman, definitely a guy. Anthony Brown Jr. Hell, man, I think Amir Abdullah too. I know a lot of people won't agree with me. I think Amir Abdullah's got to fight for his roster spot as well. There's nothing guaranteed to him. Cody Whitehair, I think Cody Whitehair probably makes it. I think Harrison Bryant is a guy who's in trouble. I think he's definitely in trouble. Let me see. See, the thing about it is you don't necessarily got to get rid of Cody Whitehair. You just have to put him, at left guard or something like that. Jalen McKenzie is a guy, too, that, the Raiders have taken a look at for years. I think he might be the son of Reggie McKenzie. And, the way I see it, man, the Raiders are probably in a situation where two of these guards are most likely going to be cut. I'm going to be honest with you, man. Two of these guys are going to be cut, or Pete is going to have to move the tackle. So who else is in trouble not making this roster? Oh, Kanai Mayuga, yes, that's a guy that's probably in trouble right there. Sam Webb, that's not one of their guys. I think Sam Webb could be in trouble as well, man. There's a lot of competition up and down this roster, and that's what makes me so happy. And listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. We're not capping on Gallup. I think Michael Gallup is a guy that's got to get his shit together too to make this roster. I don't think there's nothing guaranteed to Michael Gallup, everybody. Shout out to y'all, man. Jack Burton, if you had it your way right now, what is your starting O-line right now? If I had it my way, my starting O-line is Mumford at right. Powers at look, I think Powers is better at center than he is guard. You know what I'm saying? So if I had it my way, I'd have Powers starting at center. I'd have Dylan Parham playing left guard, and at right guard, I'd have Andrus Peat. And I rock out Colt Miller's a staple at left tackle. I rock it out just like that. Just like that. That's how I will have mine, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Shout out to my guy. Oh, Brandon Fason's another guy too. The clock's ticking on him too. He got to make this roster because the Raiders went out there in the draft and got some big rangy corners as well. Helen crying. Sincere McCormick. Wow, not the GOAT. Yeah, nah. I think that Powers is going to start day one too, Jimmy. I love Jimmy Long. Oh man, that's nasty work, man. It's a nasty. What the F is wrong with you with that effing name, man? The F is wrong with you. But you said good old line. Was it good? Yeah, bro. It all starts up front. We needed to start up front for our offense, and we needed to start up front for our defense to get people off the field. Man, it all starts up front. I don't understand why people think that they can bargain basement shop positions as crucial and vital to your household. People want to come and nickel and dime stuff. That's not how it needs to be, man. That's not what it needs to be. And this is the thing when you talk about the Raiders, man. It comes down to keeping the best guys, but going out there and being willing to spend the money to bring the talent in. That's what I'm talking about, man. So that we trade Andre James? I mean, listen, it all depends. I mean, his contract, they kind of read up on him and everything like that. But if you could find a willing trade participant, I would. Especially if Powers is what I feel like he can be. I think he can be one of the 3 best players at this position in football. The line looks good on both sides of the ball. Corner is a concern. Now, listen, Redbone, I'm going to transition to that because there's still some veteran corners that are out there in the field that, I'm wondering why Coupon Tom has not kicked the tires on, if I'm being honest. I know the season hasn't started yet. I know they drafted a few corners. They got a lot of young people in the secondary. Most of the youth on our team is in the secondary. But at the end of the day, the Raiders need to pour into that a little bit more. They need to pour into that a little more because it gets spooky out there when teams from other teams come in the building and kick your ass. It get real spooky. My guy, the most. AOC 12 for MVP incoming. Shit, man. I hope so, bro. I'm telling you right now, that's what I like, man. That's what I'm hoping. They said so Tyreek Coons is backing up Coons. See, the thing about the way it is now, right? I don't necessarily view either one as a backup. I think they're both situational pass rushers at this point. They're both situational pass rushers at this point. The situation is going to dictate the actions. It's going to dictate whether you have Tyree Wilson in or whether you have Malcolm Coons in. If you need a guy that's going to stop the run off the edge, you got a team running all over you, think Tyree Wilson to be in. And I think, if I'm being honest, I'm hoping based off of how high Tyree Wilson was drafted, I hope Tyree Wilson takes a step so where there's no doubt who the starter is on that side of the football field. I mean, that's pretty much what I'm looking at. Torque Lewis. This NO signing at DB is so encouraging to me. Obviously, they feel good about the guys we have right now. I don't necessarily know if they're totally good with them because then why would they have drafted, two DBs that high? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And not even that high, but just drafting two DBs in general. It's not like they're all set at that position. They haven't seen these guys play one snap of football yet. DeMarcus Webb, my guy. Let the young cornerbacks cook. Get a vet one. See, I think having the right vet in the locker room pays more dividends than their playing time. You need that guy that's going to hold these guys accountable in that secondary. You need that guy that's got the experience. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, like the Casey Hayward year. I wasn't in favor of it. I was saying he was old. Oh, he's a Gus Bradley system guy. But he's a guy who came in here, played very professional, played well, and showed other guys how to be pros. That's the problem. That part of, sports and the work world is missing. The mentorship process. They get these guys and they go right out of the frying pan into the fire. My guy, Josh Chomp, I'm calling it right now. Trey Taylor's going to be a problem for Olin. Now, listen, I hope he is, man. I hope he is. But I'm going to be honest with you, man. Today, Tyler Boyd is off the board. He went to next to nothing, man. And it's like, I got to ask myself, this Jalen Guyton move, it's not like Tom paid him a lot of money. Why were you not in on the Tyler Boyd? Like, what is it about his personality or what's going on, like where they wouldn't even consider bringing a guy that's so much better than the guy that we brought in? I don't understand it, man. Yes, that's right. Nate Hobbs does speak very highly of Casey Hayward. This is a guy that wiped Nate Hobbs' nose, man. This is a guy that, you need those vets in the building, man. You need those vets in the building, man. Yo, what's good? Cheese Empire, man. Shout out to you, man. The coupon is spoken. Kardashians beef is going crazy in here. My guy, Daniel McDonald. Plus all that money we have free up post June 1st, definitely adding a veteran cornerback. And I feel like it might be a trade possibly. Only reason being is we have more money than a lot of teams. Now, see, this is the thing when you talk about this, right? You talk about how much cap space the Raiders have. The cap space that the Raiders have, yeah, it's cool, but you got to understand the Raiders got to stay solvent forevermore. You got a lot of players that were drafted and they're headed into the years where they got to get paid. You got the Nate Hobbs of the world. You got to pay Nate Hobbs. There's a couple guys in this roster you got to pay. And the thing is, you got to leave yourself the latitude in the room and your bank account as a team to not overspend when you have the money, because when you need it, then you're going to have to get rid of your great players. So I hope that they're being conservative with their money and they're not signing the most expensive free agent, but they sign the right free agency. Yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo's money will be off soon. Leaky to Apple. I seen and heard a rumor we bringing back Yannick. What are your thoughts? Listen, Yannick Ngakoue, if you're not depending on him to play 80 to 90% of your snaps, then Yannick Ngakoue is a great guy to add to your roster. He's a great pass rusher. That's his skill set. The only thing is he's very limited in the run. And I think the way this defense is built, man, if you could have Yannick Ngakoue stay in the game and not have to put his hand on the ground and just rush the passer, that'd be great. Listen, if Yannick Ngakoue could tackle like Max Crosby, he'd be one of the great defensive ends in football. Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Yeah, Jimmy's money needs to go in the house. Yeah, Jimmy's money is going to be gone. It's going to be going soon. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Mondo Reyes. Yeah, Yannick is good depth. No more, no less, though. Yannick is not a guy that you can sit up there and depend on. You can't hang your hat on him. He's very, very limited in the run game. And that's the reason why we moved on from and brought in Chandler Jones, man. You know what I'm saying? And now you got to look at how that worked out. Now, see, when you look at the Raiders, man, the thing that I worry about with the Raiders is having enough depth on the defensive line because of how much money is in that position. You know, you have Max Crosby, our highest paid player. You got Christian Wilkins. You got a lot of guys getting a lot of heavy dough. A lot of guys, man. The deep balls make Yannick good. Man, y'all got to chill, man. Y'all got to chill, man. Yo, get wasted with your brother. Y'all get y'all questions in, man. I'm like spiraling right now. Yeah, you can never have enough defensive linemen. I'm spiraling outside now because you know it's funny. I'm doing this show, and it's like my mind is all over the place because I'm looking up stats, and I'm looking outside, man. And I'm telling y'all something right now, man. It is a beautiful day outside. I probably should be outside, man. My guy, Torque. He goes, we got a lot of versatility all over this team. I'm loving it, too. This is probably one of the best built Raider teams I've seen in my lifetime, man. Beautiful. My guy, AC Ybarra's in the place, man. He said, wasted. What it is from the West Coast. Shout out to everybody on their ride home, man. Shout out to everybody on their ride home, man. But, yeah, man, I mean, listen, man. The Yannick Ngakoue rumor, I heard it. The thing about it is, as far as the Raiders are concerned, I think that the Raiders have done enough on that side of the football. They got a lot of guys that don't need their development stunted by Yannick Ngakoue's presence. And I'm gonna be real with you. I'm looking for the Raiders to go out there and go get a corner, man. We just spoke about that. We need to go get a veteran corner, man. I like what they're doing. They're pretty much putting a former starter behind every one of their young players that they're expecting to get a lot of. Because the thing about it is, a lot of people talk about rookies, draft, and that's very important. But most of the time, those draft picks don't bear fruit in the first year with the team. Not going to lie, wasted. The more I watch Jack Jones under the radar, the radar highlights, the more I get excited to see him play the season. I'm excited for Jack Jones to play too. But the thing is that Jack Jones can only be at one side of the field at a time. You still need another guy that's credible at corner right now. And y'all pay y'all bar tabs. Get wasted with your brother wasted. We got over 500 in the room. We got almost 600 in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted. Shout out to y'all. Dion about to send wasted a cease and desist order on this shirt. Y'all tweaking, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Wasted. Would you attempt to sign Coons for a bargain deal similar to the way the Raiders locked up Darren Waller early before stock went up? Yeah, I would. I would, but this is the thing about Malcolm Coons. Malcolm Coons knows that his stock isn't going to be any higher than it is right now, right? And if I'm being honest, are you going to be able to afford to pay the big money that it takes to sign Malcolm Coons, right? Because Malcolm Coons knows he's up for a hellified deal if he can get, over 10 sacks this year, if he can get more playing time this year and kind of add to what he did last year, right? So if I'm Malcolm Coons, I'm probably not signing that deal. But yeah, if he would allow me to, I would. The only thing is I'd be worried about the maturation of Tyree Wilson. Because if I'm paying Max big money, I'm paying Wilkins big money, I'm paying Tyree big money, the odd man out's probably going to have to be Malcolm Coons. I'm going to be honest with you. My guy, Josh Chomper, you're wasted. Off subject, but when are you and Graf going to have that hip-hop talk show? That being said, Wu-Tang and NWA. Raiders. Well, look, NWA is a great group. They're very influential, but Wu-Tang all day. Wu-Tang all day, man. It's the greatest group of all time to me. Besides, I mean, it's a lot of great groups, but the Wu-Tang, man. Yeah, it's got to be the Wu for me. But shout out to you, man. I'm wholeheartedly believer that you got to let a player play for their contract. A contract year, a player will always play better than a player who's freshly signed. And that's a fact, bro. That is a fact, man. Money Chuck, what it is. Wasted. Do you see Wilson starting in at what position? Yes, I do, man. I mean, you see a guy that's that size and that talented. He gets a full training camp, which he didn't get last year. He's not injured. He's under the tutelage of Wilkins and Max Crosby. Yeah, I see Tyree Wilson maturing into a starter, and he starts at defensive end. That's where I see him. But he has the size where if you need him to line up on a defensive line, you can too. And that's a beautiful thing, man. He's such a versatile young player. I got him playing defensive end for his career. Jamal Williams, my dog. Huff got 3 years, $50 million from the Eagles. Coons probably gets something similar in his off season from someone else. Yeah, man. And that's the thing. It all depends. Like when we talk about paying Coons, so then where's the money when it's time for Tyree Wilson to get paid? See, that's the problem, man. That's the problem. My guy. My brother just said we need to sign Xavier Howard or trade Coons to Miami for Ramsey. I don't know. See, bro, look, Jalen Ramsey's contract is an albatross, man. And Jalen Ramsey, let me tell you something. It's not like the Miami Dolphins are looking to trade Jalen Ramsey, bro. They're not. They went out there and they moved heaven and earth to get this guy. 3 interceptions, you know what I mean? 18 tackles. The Dolphins are not trying to get rid of their best player on defense. They're not. And his contract is a bit of an albatross, man. The cap hit is about $8 million at this point in time. His base salary, the restructure is $5 million. No, his contract's not that bad. Let me look. So if you brought him in, you have to restructure for 2025 because in 2025, his base salary goes up to $15 million a year. And yeah, man. The cap hit next year in 2025 is $26 million. So I'm cool on. So his contract becomes an albatross. I'm kind of cool on Jalen Ramsey unless you can restructure his deal, man. Yo, if the Dolphins pay half of the salary, then let's do it. Yo, that's a big if, brother. That is a big if. We got a 600 in the room. Get wasted with your brother. Wasted. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little tired, bro. Fresh home from work, got out the shower. I was energized, ready to start the show. You know what? I think that it is time for me to make my daily call to Mrs. Wasted Talent. Let me see if she's around. I need me some coffee. I really, really do. I got to call the missus. I'm going to call the missus. I'm going to see if the missus or one of my daughters can bring me some shit. I need some coffee, man. I am up here spiraling. Sweetheart, could you make me a cup of coffee? I'm on the air, baby. Could you make me a cup of coffee?
I'm not in the house, baby. I'm walking.
Oh, you're not in the house? What is one of our kids in the house?
Both of your daughters are in the house, baby.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna call them.
Should be available.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. My wife is walking. She's trying to get Mo better out here, man. Let me call one of my daughters. Somebody got to come and answer the damn thing. Wait, oh my Lord. I can't get a damn cup of coffee in this house. The F is going on. The F is going on. Let me call one of my damn daughters, man. I know you guys don't care about this, but this is a very important part of the show. What the hell is going on here? What the hell? Did she have me on Do Not Disturb? God damn it! There she goes right there. Layla, why the hell is your phone going to some crazy thing? Whatever. Layla, do me a favor, sweetheart. Make me a cup of. I'm on the air. No, I just called you, and your phone's going to some crap. Do me a favor. Bring me a cup of coffee, sweetheart. Daddy is dying on the air right now. I'm freaking going to sleep right here. It's crazy right now.
Okay, Dad.
Thank you, sweetheart. Love you too. You damn right. All right, let's get back to the show here, y'all. Damn it. A brother can't get a cup of coffee in this damn house. This is what does this country come to when a man puts in a hard day's work and can't get a cup of effing coffee? Now, my daughter got me, man. My youngest, I can always depend on my youngest daughter. My oldest daughter is a bum. She is a bum. Not answering the damn phone. I'm about to unzip my Brock Powers. Get the F out of here with that, DeMokes. Get effing blocked. My guy Shalim, one of your kids about to get unceremoniously blocked. Yeah, that's right, man. I went straight to voicemail twice to my oldest daughter. What the F is going on here? Yeah, my oldest daughter is getting blocked. Mimi, blocked. Is they gonna get some sleep? Nah, we back, y'all. We back, yo. But yo, wait, he said, what do I think about the Colby Covington? I didn't watch that, man. I didn't watch the Colby Covington interview. Colby Covington's kind of a doucher. I'm not really big into MMA. I watch it because I love any combat sport. But, I don't really like the fact that the fighters in the UFC are getting exploited. You know what I'm saying? I think Dana White, now the good thing for the fans, the UFC is a good sport for the fans. But for the fighters, bro, the kind of money these guys are making and the kind of damage that they're getting is bullshit, right? And I don't like the fact that they're not able to go out there and kind of negotiate better deals for themselves because the UFC is the only game in town for them that really pays. I wish that there was a contender, like a competitor that had the same kind of stroke and the same kind of money behind them that the UFC does, so these guys can cause a bidding war. Because these guys should get paid a lot more. The fact that UFC fighters have to come into boxing to get their biggest payday is a joke. And then come into boxing and get destroyed. Because they're not boxers. That's like guys in the NBA. Like I heard Austin Rivers talk about there's 30 guys in the NBA that could play in the NFL, and that's nonsense. That's effing nonsense, bro. Like you got to respect other people's crafts. He said, my youngest child said, Daddy, get off my lawn. Nah, that's my oldest daughter. Yo, shout out to the chat. We got over 600 in the room. Yo, my dog, East Coast Gridiron is the place, man. In the place, man. They said, my oldest daughter's already blocked. Nah, she ain't blocked. You know what it is? My daughter is a very good student, and when she gets home, she puts her phone on Do Not Disturb, and she gets busy, man. My daughter gets busy, man. I'm so proud of I'm proud of both of my girls, but my oldest daughter, man, how responsible she is and what she does, man, I can't be happier, man. But yeah, we're not going to talk about boxing. Let's go. Oh, yes, did catch a lot of the Tom Brady roast. Look, the Tom Brady roast was dope, right? The only thing about the Tom Brady roast that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because I like roast, I love comedy. You guys know that. I'm not a sensitive guy like that. But I didn't like the Aaron Hernandez jokes because of the fact that his wife and his kid is still alive. And there's no way you can make light of that situation. People lost their lives. To me, I have a problem with that. I personally do. I think it's in bad taste. Now, that was their teammate and they knew him, and maybe they feel like, well, he would have laughed at it. But to me, I don't think that his wife came out and spoke out about it. I think, kind of doing that, and but when she's still here and she loved him, and no matter what kind of guy he was, he still has a child. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it was in bad taste, man. But let's get back to it. Jack Burton, he said, you like this team over our 2016 team? Look, I'm going to be honest with you. The only thing that we don't have on this team, I think this team is much better than that team, right? The only thing that we're not much better at is quarterback at this point. Even the small sample size I got is Zamir White. I like that sample size over Latavius Murray, right? Now, when you talk about the offensive line, that is where it gets a little tricky, right? Because that offensive line is one of the best offensive line that we've had in my lifetime. Now, I wasn't around for, Art Shell and Gene Upshaw and stuff like that. I wasn't around for that. I was around for Mosbar and all of them guys and Wiz and them guys. And that was a great line too. But the Huddy and Huddy and them guys, Pin Pancaketh, freaking my Colecchio Simile, all of them guys. That was a great line, man. Gabe Jackson, Austin Howard. You know what I mean? Like, that was a damn good line, bro. That was a damn good line, bro. Damn good line. Shout out to my guy, man. Martin says, I love to watch the old man Dean Martin, man, the Yarrow. Yo, those were good too back in the old school roast. That was a different kind of comedy, though. They said they let the cat out of the bag at the roast. Tom Brady is going to join the Raiders just before he makes it to the playoffs. Nah, bro. I can't listen, bro. Do you even want that? I don't want a quarterback that's playing bad enough to have a guy that's damn near 50 years old having to come out of retirement and be our quarterback. Do you even want that? I don't want that, bro. I'm sorry. Not me, bro. I'm praying that Aiden O'Connell and or Gardner Minshew to get the job done. And if I'm being honest, I want the Raiders to be as good as possible. Now, a lot of people say, yo, you got to get a quarterback. Listen, there are two things. Even if the Raiders are good, man, we make the playoffs, we can get a situation next year where we'll move heaven and earth and put all our chips to the table and move forward and try to get a young quarterback. Or we can go out there and get a free agent quarterback. Now, some people try to attack me in my comments because I said, listen, there's something there with the Detroit Lions and Jared Goff. Now, if Jared Goff doesn't get to the mountaintop this year, the Detroit Lions like Hendon Hooker. They really do. They think he's talented, right? And if they don't, they might not want to pay Jared Goff. They've been having some issues with the contract. If Jared Goff becomes available, I can see the Raiders going out there and making the move. And I don't think that that's out of the realm of possibility. Thank you, sweetheart. Appreciate it, baby.
Awesome cup.
Yeah, it is an awesome cup. Thank you, sweetheart. What is it? This is your cup.
Yep.
Thank you. Shout out to my youngest child. Hey, Layla,
Yeah.
do me a favor, man. Tell your sister she's unceremoniously blocked.
Great.
Thank you. All right. Oh, my daughter hooked me up. She made me a latte. Look, man, shout out to my daughter, man. Out of respect for Willie Brown, since we do it this draft, y'all don't forget, Mother's Day is this weekend. Shout out to all the mamas out there. Yeah, now that's a shout. That's definitely a shout out, man. I got to get things together for my mom and my wife, man, and my mother-in-law. Shout out to my mother-in-law, too, man. Yeah, man, Eddie, nobody wanted to see KO, man. KO was, he was on a tear for a couple of years, man. KO was one of the best guards in football, bro. I remember, bro, he was playing so well. Chris Collinsworth bloviated over Colecchio Simile the way he does Patrick Mahomes. It was crazy, man. Unbelievable. Shout out to my guy, Shalib, man. Shout out to my guy, too, man. That's right, make sure y'all go get your wives, your girlfriends, your baby mamas, your mother, your mother-in-laws. Go get them right for Mother's Day. Shout out to my mother-in-law too, man. I miss my mother-in-law. Man, I gotta go see my mother-in-law. I haven't seen her since she's been back from Atlanta. Love my mother-in-law, man. She's normally watching too, man. After the new Rashid Rice assault case, waiting for the sports media to start bagging on the Chiefs. Pretty quiet so far. If it was a Raiders player, you know it would be everywhere. Yeah, but see, bro, you gotta understand something, right? It's two things here, man. The Raiders have always been the outlaws, right? We've always had this stigma of being the bad boys, right? And what comes along with that is you get bagged on from the national media, right? There's also a piece of the fact that, the city of Las Vegas has a stigma as well, right? And with the Rice situation, bro, it's not a well-known star. Nobody got killed. And I don't think that them guys are going to do that. They're really not, man. But be honest with you. And they're Chiefs, bro. Come on, man. They're not the Raiders, man. Nobody gets bagged on by the media more than us. And the only way that we're going to be able to stop that is to start winning, bro. Darth Raider, my guy, man. Shout out, yo. Say, now it's going to be unceremoniously blocked. And JPJ will give out some unceremoniously blocks for real. Now, see, guys, you got to understand something. These guys, these guys are going to come in and they're going to contribute. And I hope they contribute year one. But I think we're buying a little high on guys coming in and being stars right out the gate. A lot of rookies, especially rookie tight ends, man, there have only been like 3 or 4 rookie tight ends in the history of the league that have had over 700 yards receiving coming into the league. Rookie tight ends notoriously warm up towards the end of the year. Now, when you talk about a Sam Laporta had a historic year as a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Let's pray that Brock Bowers has that kind of year. Yes, Leaky. My daughter brought me back to life, man. Shout out to my baby girl, man. Shout out to my baby girl, man. Can always depend on her, man. Yo, and guys, listen. Nobody wants Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott essentially puts you in the Derek Carr conversation. Dak Prescott is Derek Carr. That's all he is. Dak Prescott hasn't won nothing. Dak Prescott has had, a myriad of talent around him. Dak Prescott is going to want way too much money. The only way I bring Dak Prescott here is if Dak Prescott is super freaking cheap, man. Jack Burson wasted over here ruling out with it. No, man. I don't listen, bro. Look, let me tell y'all something, man. Let me give y'all a little tip. Right? Gather around, everybody. Old Man Wasted is about to tell you guys a story. And this isn't about football because we don't always just talk about football here, right? You get out of people what you put into them. You know what I'm saying? So when you guys see like my wife bring me a cup of coffee or my children bring me a cup of coffee and they don't give me a bunch of shit about it, they do things for me. They do that because they know how much I do for them and they appreciate me and I appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing I won't do for my family, right? And I've spent a lot of time with my girls. Anybody that know me, guys I work with and stuff, they remember when my kids, because I've been fortunate enough to have a career where I've been there over 20 years, and they remember when I had my children. They remember I used to have my kids everywhere. I used to have my kids down in the hood, my kids in a barbershop with me and shit like that. I used to have my girls everywhere, and I still do. And my daughter's old enough to drive, and my daughters are always around me, bro. I have my daughters everywhere with me, so they don't mind doing shit for me. And that's part of being a dad. Like, you got to put the time in. It's not just, coming home and just ignoring them and shit like that. That's why a lot of times, bro, y'all see I'll do my live and I get off because I make sure that I spend that time with them, bro. I make sure I spend that time because I have a very, 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 the kind of job I have put a lot of hours there, so. But it is what it is, man. Yes, Goff is way better than Dak Prescott. Make no mistake about that, man. Make no mistakes about that. We got over 624 in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted. Do I do construction? No. Guys, look, I don't like to get into what I do for a living on the air, man. What I do is I bring y'all content. He said, whoa, what? That's a hot take. No, listen, Dak Prescott is not better than Jared Goff. Jared Goff brought his team to a Super Bowl. He lost it, but he brought his team to a Super Bowl. He brought his team to an NFC Championship game. I don't think Dak Prescott has won a playoff game yet. Real rap. I don't. Jared Goff, yes, is better than Dak Prescott. 100%. 100%. You said Goff got dumped. But listen, they felt like Jared Goff, they felt like Matthew, and they rightfully so thought Matthew Stafford would bring them to the mountaintop. They thought Matthew Stafford was a better player. Just that much better. But Jared Goff, at this point in his career, I would love to have Jared Goff here with the Raiders, man. Would love to have Jared Goff. Like, but Jared Goff, bro, y'all got to understand how good he actually is. I think a lot has been made about Jared Goff. People got to realize this guy's a number one pick. Yo, Senkai Raider, yo, if you want to simplify, yes. Dak Prescott is a guy that is highly thought of. He has the numbers. Dak Prescott looks a lot better on paper a lot of the times than he does when the moment is brightest. And I think that Dak Prescott is a little better than Derek Carr. But for some whatever reason, he hasn't been able to put it together. You know what I mean? Like some reason he has not been able to put it together. And listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Listen, for us, the way this team is set up, something's got to give. Now, we got to hope that not either Gardner Minshew or Aiden O'Connell can mature into a quarterback that we can go out there and can win some games with. But the thing about it is, let me tell you something in the AFC, man. The AFC is no country for the wild, man. The AFC, it's going to be hard for the Raiders to get over the hump in the AFC without having a guy that's at least a Pro Bowl level quarterback. Because you got to understand something. It's not just about our division, bro. In our division, you have Patrick Mahomes. In our division, you have Justin Herbert. In our division, you have a guy in Bo Nix that they drafted that might wind up being a star. You never know, right? Then you talk about the Ravens. The Ravens got freaking two-time MVP Lamar Jackson, right? Then the Bengals, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is just as good as anyone when he's healthy. Josh Allen is in the AFC. CJ Stroud is in the AFC. Trevor Lawrence, who's been kind of mid, is in AFC. Anthony Richardson, the young kid, is in the AFC. Aaron Rodgers' old ass is in the AFC. Tua turned the ball over is in the AFC. Look, man. Look, yo, when you go through a conference where one of the supposed worst quarterbacks that's in the conference is on our team, it is going to be, and I'm telling you right now, it is going to be a monumental task for us to get to the mountaintop unless one of these guys make an ascension that we've never seen before. We're gonna need for one of these guys to get into that rarefied top 15 to 10 air. Now, the one thing that the Raiders have going for us is that we're building the roster. We're not sitting here trying to move heaven and earth and mortgaging a farm to not build the rest of the roster. Now, when you go and you start talking roster for roster, now that's when the Raiders have a swinging chance at winning. Defense for defense, that's when the Raiders have a chance, right? So now when you talk about a Luke Getsy offense, right? Luke Getsy's offense is predicated on being able to make the throws and deliver the football with accuracy. And one of the reasons why Luke Getsy's offense was not looked upon as favorably as people would like is because he had a quarterback in Justin Fields who accuracy is not really his thing. He's more of an athlete. And what Luke Getsy did, he made chicken shit into chicken salad. And God bless him. God bless him. But the Raiders are at a point where you have a quarterback in Aiden O'Connell who is a system guy with a strong arm, who works hard, who's learning how to move the pocket. And it's a beautiful thing. Everybody keeps saying Brock Bowers in the AFC. Now listen, When you talk about the Brock Bowers move, you can buy or sell that move. I think the Brock Bowers move is going to be a great move for years to come. I don't think that we're going to see the dividends in the Brock Bauer move right off the bat. I think that it's more plausible that Michael Mayer in his second year could probably show you and pay more dividends to you because he's been in the league. He understands the blocking scheme, all of that kind of stuff. Like, most tight ends, bro, most tight ends, it takes them a little while. Now, Sam Laporta was playing well. You know what I mean? But most tight ends, it has not been a lot of tight ends that have come into this league and come in and just totally dominated right off the rip. Graf, you about to get unceremoniously blocked. Get the F out of my chat. The F out of here. F Graf and his 25K. The F out of here. Graf, get the F is going on here. That's the wrong one. The F out of here with that. Docs. You little bullet head ruiner, you. He said, God bless my brother. So basically, what you telling me is you know for a fact that Brock Bowers is going to come in here and just set the league on fire. The F out of here with that. My guy, Darth Raider, appreciate you, man, for supporting the channel for 20 months, man. The F out of here, Graf. You made old man wasted with the hit with the you made me hit the wrong, but what the F is going on? And listen, I hope Brock Bowers does come in and produce. But for me to sit up here and say that I know that that's definitely going to happen, no, I can't. I can't. And the thing about it is, if you have a Brock Bowers and you have a Michael Mayer, right, and these two guys are coming into to this thing and they're both producing, and you could get 4 or 5 touchdowns out of Brock Bowers. You get about 5 or 6 touchdowns from Michael Mayer. That's a hell of a year, man. That's a hell of a year, man. That is a hell of a year. Look, Graf, look, I know, and it's the last time I'm responding to you. Effing Graf. I just talked to you today. Effing guy coming in here. You know what, Graf? Let me tell you something. Count your days. Count your days. Because I'm telling you something. You are going to get wasted talent unhinged in here the next time you have an effing live. The F is wrong with you. No salute. No salute. Get him the F out of here. Thank you, mother. F Graf. Thank you. F him. Devontae Adams, you were about to be unceremoniously blocked. But nah, look, in all seriousness, I'm praying Brock Bowers comes in, and I'm praying that he does well. But for me to depend on a rookie to come in here and transform our offense, that's not something that I can hang my hat on, right? But what I like what the Raiders have done, they have a fail-safe for every position on this team, even the quarterback position. So look, I'm going to tell you something. It is going to be a heavy burden for the Raiders to come and win the games that they're supposed to. It's going to be a heavy burden for the Raiders to come in here and play at a level like they did last year. Now, one of the reasons why the Raiders played so well under Antonio Pierce is because they effectively eliminated their mistakes. They played mistake-free football for the first time that I can remember in my life. Another thing that they did was they played within themselves. Hard-nosed defense. They punted the ball when he needed to. There wasn't a whole lot of gambling. They helped out the quarterback with the running game. They play old school smash mouth football, and I love that. I loved it, man. I loved it, man. And listen, let's pray that Brock Bowers is the special case, because this is a guy who at the University of Georgia came right in and he produced right off the bat, had one of the greatest freaking freshman years in the history of football. One of the greatest years. Hold on, let me call one of my kids. My wife's at the door. She left her kids. I'm very sorry, guys. Interrupting here. But yeah, man. Yeah, listen, teaser. This is the thing. You say Chris Sims loves Brock Bowers. Like, listen, that was the most pause-worthy moment. That should be in the Pause Hall of Fame. Chris, that's some nasty work from Chris Sims, man. Talking about he wasn't just liking his legs, he liked his ass. God damn, Chris Sims. Chris says you are unceremoniously blocked. Israel Young, man. I would love to have Jared Goff. Any man trying to put all up on Dak Prescott on the road. What the F are you talking about, Israeli Young? What the F is going on here? About to get You got to type that again, my brother. How much you want to bet Bowers will be the first reception of the season? That dude is a safety blanket. Main thing is he can beat people one-on-one. Yes, he definitely can, man. Brock Bowers is a stud, bro. Look, now that I've looked at it, I like the fact that we got Brock. The only thing that I can tell you guys is that I don't like there's a learning curve for rookies. I don't ever look at a rookie that we draft and think that they're going to come in and set the world on fire. I don't. And that's why I'm glad the Raiders did what they did at every position. When you talk about from Cody Whitehair, Andrus Peat down, they went down and they have guys that they can plug in right off the rip, man. Sims was sitting on a live talking about which QB's neck he likes better. Yeah, Chris Sims, yo, listen, bro, he must be stopped. He's a menace. He must be effing stopped, man. The F out of here, Hug D's. Say nah, but yeah, some people say Brock Bowers is unguardable. Yeah, he's unguardable in college, right? But there's a learning curve in the National Football League. Now, I hope Brock Bowers comes right in, hits the ground running, and becomes the same kind of stud. I hope Brock Bowers comes in and does what Randy Moss did. And I think that Brock Bowers does, and if I'm being honest, am I betting on that? No. But Brock Bowers is a guy that can come in and have that Randy Moss kind of effect on his offense because of the fact that you do have a Devontae Adams, because of the fact that you do have a Jacoby Myers, because of the fact that you do have a Michael Mayer, right? So Brock Bowers can just come in and just kind of play. It's not like he's being drafted to one of the worst teams in the league, right? And he's expected to produce at a level and be the focal point of the offense. So he can kind of slip between the cracks. You can scheme him in situations where he's the guy who has the mismatch all the time. And yo, look, so I could see it from that prism, because I remember back in the day when Randy Moss came into the National Football League, Randy Moss was playing with the Hall of Famer and Chris Carter very similarly, and then he had Jake Reed on the other side. You know what I'm saying? So Randy Moss was the third option when they thought, and then by the end of the season, he was the number one offense. He's not a traditional tight end like Mayer, like Laporta wasn't either, and that's a great thing. You know, like Brock Bowers is a guy, he's really essentially a 230 to 40 pound slot receiver. The guy can play all over the field. Listen, I am very, very excited about him. But the thing is he is still a rookie. And until proven otherwise, I am not going to come here and give you guys so much hopium that I lose credibility with my audience. We're not going to do that here. He is a rookie, and until proven otherwise, he is still a rookie. I'm not hanging my hat on that right there. Not until I see him on the field. My bad, bro. I was saying I would love to have Jared Goff, and I will make any man walk the plank trying to put Dak Prescott on the Raiders. Thank you, Israel Young. Thank you. Make him walk the damn plank. If they at 4-3, split Bowers out, it's covered by a linebacker. If they're 4-2-5, bring him in the block and run at the cornerback. And yo, bro, decide. That can definitely happen, bro. But never forget he's a rookie, bro. Never forget, rookies make mistakes. Rookies don't always line up and right. He's a rookie, bro. You're damn right walking the plank with the Raiders. But yeah, he can really line up everywhere, man. So he's a bigger Debo Samuels. Teaser, I don't think he'll be used in that manner. And to be honest with you, bro, I think Debo Samuels, like, a lot of you guys ain't gonna like what I gotta say. I am not the biggest Debo Samuels guy, man. I'm kind of cool on Debo Samuels. Cool on Debo Samuels. Look, if you ask me who I would keep Brandon Ayuk over Debo Samuels. I really would. I really, really would. Right? We have to see all these rookies. And can do it the next level, so we start crowning them. And bro, that's the one thing that I'm never gonna do, bro. I've seen this shit too many times, bro. Everybody gets excited. We draft these kids. We try to project what they did into college and project it into the National Football League, and that's not realistic. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it, man. Look, I've been a fan of this team too long. I've seen things go left too many times. Now, like, I'm gonna give you an example. Last year, one of my favorite picks last year was Chris Smith. Chris Smith didn't make a meaningful play all year last year. And I'm not saying that's going to be the situation with Brock Bowers. But what I'm saying is, man, you got to relax with some of these guys. You got to relax. Amari Burney was another guy I was very high on. I talked about Amari Burney before we drafted him. You know what I'm saying? Talked about Amari Burney. My cousin Kevin, he put me up on him. His son is at the, University of Florida. He put me up on Amari Burney. I did some film work. I like the way the kid moves. Hopefully Amari Burney could come in this year and kind of earn his medal and get some more playing time. But like there's a lot of guys, a lot of young guys on this roster that we're looking to make and pay dividends that we were talking up last year that didn't really play a whole lot. Now, are they the level of a Brock Bowers? No. But with rookies, you have to temper your expectations, man. You do. You just do. Shout out to my guy, LBC Raider, for the $10 holler, man. Appreciate you, bro. Devontae loves Getsy's offense. And as a leader, if he can get everyone in the O to buy in, do you think they'll look better this season? Love your show, my brother. Appreciate you, LBC Raider. And I appreciate the fact that you even support my show, man. Thank you, bro. Yes, man, I do. Look, the thing is from last year, it was a transition year from Josh McDaniels, over complicated offense. Right? So you have that piece of it, right? And then in the middle of the season, you have a guy who's never been an offensive coordinator, never called plays, rookie quarterback. There are so many things that could have went wrong last year with this Raider offense. And it was smart that they had guys that were able to stay within there. So now, the one thing about Getsy's offense is that Devontae Adams is a master at it. So you have a guy that's at the top of the team. You can see how the food chain is with this team. Max Crosby is the top dog of the team. Devontae Adams is right there with him. So you have a guy that is your best player, pretty much, your most accomplished player, right? And he's a guy who's bought in already and understands the offense, and guys can go to Tay like they do anyway. So they can go him like, bro, he's been in this offense. He understands how good this offense could be. I think it's a great thing, and it's going to help Aiden O'Connell a lot. Having a Devontae Adams, letting him know where he's got to put the ball, how he's got to get the ball out, timing, things like that. That is one of the biggest things about hiring Luke Getsy. The thing that I am a little weary about is the fact that they didn't have Luke Getsy on their list of short. I heard they interviewed him, but I wonder what made them hire Cliff Kingsbury over Luke Getsy. Because, listen, I understand Cliff Kingsbury did a hell of a job at Arizona until his offense was figured out. He always does well initially, right? And I just wonder, with their infinite wisdom and how good it sounds to have a guy like Luke Getsy that has ties to Champ Kelly, that has ties to a Devontae Adams. I just wonder why the Raiders brass didn't see this before hiring a Cliff Kingsbury and getting egg on their face like that. Just telling you, man. I don't know, man. Say, yeah, I'm cool on Debo. Like Craig moving to Rancho Cucamonga. Yeah, no, I feel you, bro. I feel you, man. I feel you, bro. Rancho Chocamonga. My guy, Big Little Bosco. Wasted, you're right about the rookie. And if they're productive, that rookie will always be a factor. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to my guy, Big Little Bosco, man. Where you been, brother? PJ Houston. Overall, though, I think that the average standard of a rookie we got this year is way up on previously. Yeah, shouldn't expect too much. Quality and wisdom tonight, my man. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you, man. We got almost 700 in the room, man. We got people from Twitter over here. We got a whole bunch of people from YouTube, man. It has been the most splendiferous occasion, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. He's more like baby Gronk and not that baby. Now, see, this is the thing, bro. I hate when people compare athletes to the damn near the best case scenario in the history of the position, bro. Like, I hate when people, there have been times, there's been nasty work in this league, bro, where guys will come out and they'll compare somebody to Lawrence Taylor or some shit. They'll compare him to Peyton Manning or Tom Brady. I hate that. Like, to me, he's nothing like Rob Gronkowski, because Rob Gronkowski is damn near the size of a right tackle. Rob Gronkowski was humongous, bro. Rob Gronkowski outweighs this kid probably about 20, 30 pounds. He's taller than him. Just everything, right? Is he a better player? No, I think the more apt comparison is George Kittle and or Travis Kelce, because he's not as big as Gronk. But Gronk, to me, bro, and look, I've seen Shannon Sharp in his prime. To me, the two best tight ends to ever play this game, to me, are Tony Gonzalez and Rob Gronkowski. Bar none. Tony Gonzalez and Rob Gronkowski. You can split it up however which way you want. Tony Gonzalez and Gronk. Gronk is one of one, bro. That I don't like putting that on this kid. I see them doing it in the NBA with Anthony Edwards, and I'm glad he said this last night. They were comparing him to Michael Jordan, bro. They were comparing him to Michael Jordan, and he's like, yo, don't do that. That's the greatest player of all time. Please don't compare me to him. Let me do my thing. And I don't compare Brock Bowers to Gronk. I think that's a bad comparison, bro. I really do, man. Super Amari Crime, getting off the subject, but I'll read it. Chris Smith is too slow. He's strictly zone, in the right place at the right time type. Bro, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Chris Smith is more than that, bro. I just think he's the kind of player that it's going to take for him a chance to adjust to the speed of the game. He's such a smart football player that I think the more he plays, he will figure out how to be productive in this league, man. My guy Sick out. He goes, nah, wasted. Zach Miller's the GOAT. You stupid, yo. Zach Miller was nice, though. I fuck with Zach Miller, yo. Yo, listen, man. Clyde High Stakes Walford. Ricky Dudley, baby. My guy Hug D's. I watched the video of Dane Cook talking about Gronk's roast. Apparently, Gronk went off the teleprompter many times and stayed pretty funny. Gronk is smarter than we think. Hug D's. Thank you. And that was a tidbit that I didn't know I needed, but I just needed that. Thank you, Hug D's. You always are providing so much value to Red Nation Unlimited. My guy is in a place to be. Cane Town Raider, man. Bam Bam Bigelow himself, yo. We need to put the cherry on top of this offseason and sign one of the top veteran corners ASAP. Yes, I said the same thing. And you, my friend, are going to get your salutations. Oh, my God. Cane Town Raider has come back from the depths of Raider YouTube and come over here to support Raider Nation Unlimited. We got over 650 in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted. And, yo, I got to let my guy Cane Town go. Oh, man. Cane Town Raider. Guys, I think I'm going to go a little longer, man, because the first half of the show was a little choppy. I didn't have my coffee, man. Now I am ready to roll, damn it. F out of here, man. My guy Israel, yo, I will second that motion. That Tony Gonzalez and Rob Gronkowski are the greatest. Yeah, man. I think so, bro. Yo, access. I'm calling Tommy T just in case. He's optimistic about the rookies, but he's bringing in vets just in case they need time. I'm here for it. And that's what I'm talking about. Now, see, what's always happened to us in the past is that we go and we get rookies and we depend too much on the rookies. We go out in free agency and we sign a free agent that nobody thought was going to be any good. And we put all of our faith into that free agent. Or we'll go and get a guy who's been injury prone. And we put all of our faith in him. And then we get the worst version of that guy. That's not happening this year. I love it, man. I freaking love it, man. My brother, Cane Town Raider, man, always supporting, all love. Hey, come on, Cane Town. You already know, bro. You down by law, bro. My guy, Dan, high stake teaser. Wasted tweaking balls off that guy. Ah, whoa. Easy. What the F is going on here, bro? Listen, there will be no testicular talk in my chat.
Angry man, what you doing here? Man, sit your ass down.
Oh, teaser, this is the first time you've ever gotten to sit your ass down, teaser. That F is going on here. My guy, Jeffrey. All I know is Antonio Gates definitely used to kill us. He did. He's one of the greats too. But I'm talking about the very top of the top. And with Gronk and Tony Gonzalez, they could block, catch everything. Antonio Gates wasn't blocking nobody. He wasn't blocking nobody, man. Yo, shout out to everybody in the room. Yo, shout out to my guy, Joey Cheek, man. It's wasted. What's up, man? Miss y'all, man. We miss you too, brother. But we still here, man. Yo, teaser. He said, damn, what baby girl put that latte? Yeah, my baby girl hooked it up, man. Baby girl hooked it up, man. She always hooked me up. Shout out to my daughter, man. My guy, Rated Teasy, man. My boy Wazer, how you doing, man? Hope the fans well. Yo, family's excellent, bro. Appreciate you, my dog. I think Kingsbury was always going where Jaden Daniels was going. Yeah, man. I mean, look, I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what was going on, but I heard that Cliff Kingsbury was handcuffed to Caleb Williams, right? And that's cool, right? There has never really been no connection with the Cliff Kingsbury and the Jaden Daniels kind of type. But it's funny because I would love to have seen, if we could have gotten Jaden Daniels, how Cliff Kingsbury could have crafted that offense the way he did with Kyler Murray. Because he had Kyler Murray playing like an all-pro right out the bat, right? And then you're getting a guy that's almost as athletic, has the same, kind of athletic prowess, but he's just bigger. So that would have been great, man. Shout out to my guy, LaRusso, Rudy the Vet, Russo, my guy. What's good, my brother? Shout out. That's my dog, man. It's my dog. My guy, LV Maximus is in the place. What's up, LV? Blessings, my guy. John James in the place, man. Blessings, man. Who do you think wins in a fight between AOC and Minshew? I don't think that they will fight, man. I think they're two gentle guys, man. Guard Dog, man, seems like he's got that dog. He's very, very, chill and laid back. But I think Gardner Minshew, man, if you push his buttons, man, I think he might snap, man. I think he might snap. I don't know, man. That's a good one, man. You tell me, brother. The mod Father Maximus is in the place, the great and powerful. Like I said earlier, bring in Gilmore. Can you imagine Jack and Stephon, what we already have on defense? Bro, I'm going to be honest with you, man. The defensive front with Max, Christian, Spillane roaming around top 5D. This is the thing. I love Stephon Gilmore. He's a Hall of Fame guy, Hall of Fame DNA. And he's a guy that you expect to play at a certain level. But the thing with the Raiders is, man, and this is the thing I worry about, getting a guy that's as long in the tooth as Stephon Gilmore. I would hate to bring him in and this be the time when he falls off the cliff. Would hate for that to happen. And that's the only thing that kind of concerns me a bit. It definitely does. My guy, Ira Jackson, is in a place, the great and powerful Ira Jackson with the $10 holler, man. What's good, my brother? What's good? Ira, man, thank you for pulling up, brother. Thank you for pulling up, man. Appreciate you, brother. Yo, wasted. What about Ethan Horton in 93, bro? Oh, man, I remember against the Jets, man. Ethan Horton with the big touchdown from Jeff Hostetler, man. What y'all know about Ethan Horton, bro? Big Ethan, bro. Making flyers out here in Long Beach to get you to 25,000 like Graph. LBC rate, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. Hey, yo, if y'all out here watching, everybody I saw on Twitter, if you're not a member or if you're not a subscriber to me on YouTube, man, pull up over here, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. Cost you nothing, man. Appreciate it, man. We trying to get to a certain level in this YouTube thing, man. I never used to take this thing as serious as I do now, but I'm taking it serious now. I think Old Wasted is going to take this a lot more serious, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Pull up over here, Raider Nation Unlimited. Right on over here with your man Wasted Talent. Hit that subscribe button, man. Salute to my guy Ira, man. Guard dog is what you want in a bar fight. Headbutting people, jumping off the bar, breaking beer bottles over his head. Y'all crazy, man. Yo, shout out to y'all. Shout out to my guy Sin Cal. Sin Cal, why would you do this to me, man? Why would you even ask this? He goes, wasted. See, this is what you're going to do. What you're going to do is I'm going to say what I'm about to say, and I'm going to get canceled with all the Kardashians, bro. So you asked me, do I think that Derek Carr is the greatest quarterback in Raider history, bro? Do you want to get unceremoniously blocked? Hell no. Hell no. This is what I think about number 4. There he goes right there. See that? Like I said, Forky himself, I'm trash. Hell no. Hell no, man. How could I put him over guys who actually won around here, bro? Hell no. My brother, Ira Jackson, with the 5 Raider Nation Unlimited memberships, man, making the Wasted Town Army grow in droves. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Said the disrespect. Yes, bro. Yes. Yes. The disrespect. But nah, bro, look, Derek Carr, look, man, stat-wise, this is a different game, right? It's a different game. You can't touch these guys, bro. It's different, bro. You can't tell me what the guys used to do. And listen, the quarterback play is off the charts now, but you can't hit these guys. You can't hit them. So, and it's a passing league, and it's a league where you can't play defense. It's a league where you throw the ball over the middle of the field. Back in the day, in the Ronnie Lott days, the Steve Atwater days, the Jack Tatum days, they would knock your goddamn head off, bro. Guys routinely, it was a feat to throw for 4,000 yards back in the day. And LV Maximus and Hug D's let the young fellas know. Yo, Martinez 209, let the young people know. Dan High Stakes Teaser, get off my lawn gang. Let these young kids know how hard it was to throw for 4,000 yards. Please, guys in the chat, let them know. Let them know. Please let them know. Hey, Ben Bad, somebody asked me a question. I got to respond. Ben Bad, let them know how hard it was to throw for. This ain't about Carr at this point. Let them know how hard it was to throw for 4,000 yards. Martinez, pause. But y'all got to let them know. Let them know. It was not easy, bro. So now when I see these guys and, they throw for 4,000 yards every year, nobody can touch them, this, that, and the third, that don't mean shit to me. You got to win, bro. For you to be considered great, you got to win. We the Raiders. You got to come in here and win. I don't want to hear all of that, what you did and all these records. That shit don't mean nothing, bro. Shit don't mean nothing. It means absolutely nothing. You got guys that are bums that are throwing for 4,000 yards. Guys that are backups and shit that come in and just light it up. Get the F out of here with that. So, look, let me tell you something. You talk about the great Raider quarterbacks, they have actually won playoff games. They've won shit. We're talking Kenny Stabler. That is the greatest Raider quarterback. And I know Plunkett won too, but Kenny Stabler is the greatest Raider quarterback to ever don the silver and black. Kenny Stabler, bruh. And then you talk about a Plunkett who won 2 rings, but he didn't have the longevity. You talk about Darryl LaMonica back in the day, right? Darryl LaMonica got to a Super Bowl. You talk about, Rich Gannon. Rich Gannon got to a Super Bowl. He won something here, bro. He won something here. So, guys, when we start talking, you can't ever start greatest with winning. We can't talk about that because that's a piece of greatness is winning. That's why I like when people talk about the whole, LeBron James, Michael Jordan thing. Look, I love LeBron, right? But if I'm being honest, there's no comparison. You can't compare him to Michael Jordan. Michael, now at this point, it looks like LeBron's about to careen off the cliff and get older, and he don't look like he winning no more championships. Now that conversation is done. That conversation is done, bro. You got to win. And he is great. He's won, but he hasn't won at the elite level that the Kareem Abdul-Jabbars of the world, the Michael Jordans of the world, the Magic Johnsons of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I can't say that because Magic lost a bunch of finals. But, and LeBron got 5 championships. We ain't going to talk about basketball, but I'm saying you got to win, bro. You got to win. Jim Plunkett took the first wild card team to win a championship. Yes, he did. Salute to Jim Plunkett, man. NFL squashed Raiders trade for Marino. No, they actually, LV, they squashed the trade to move up to draft John Elway. The Raiders could have taken Dan Marino, but they took Don Mosbar. Now, that seemed to be the right move because they went and won a Super Bowl, that year, had him starting at guard as a rookie. But the Raiders passed on Marino, and there was a lot said about Dan Marino. People said that he had a drug problem and all of this stuff like that coming out, and he dropped in the draft. Some people didn't want him back in the 80s, saying that, they said Dan Marino was playing with his nose in college. Nobody wanted him in Los Angeles, right? If we being honest, right? So, I think Al Davis was fighting with the league so much back then that he took his eye off the ball. He had a chance to draft a guy who could have taken us, and he didn't even have to move up to draft Marino. You guys gotta remember something. Kenny O'Brien was taken before Ken O'Brien he got taken before Dan Marino. No, LV, you're the best, my brother. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you, man. But I'm going to tell y'all something. My guy, Raider C, man, retired at number 4. The Kardashians. Stop trolling, Raider C. Get that F out of here. You troll. Trolling.
Shut your lame ass up.
Get the F out of here with that. Oh, my God, yo. Yo, we saw last year. 0 for 10 points get you losses to Jeff Saturday. And 0-3 Vikings game. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. So, look, man, let me tell y'all something, man. This quarterback situation that we got going, it is something that we need to wait and see. We got to watch. We got to see if the roster around us can elevate the quarterback play, because that's what we're looking for. We're not really looking for our quarterback to elevate the roster. We're looking for the roster to elevate the quarterback. This is the kind of roster that we've built, bro. And if I'm being honest, I didn't cover Jalen Guyton too much, so let's get into that, man. The Jalen Guyton thing, bro, I forgot about that. Yo, 2023, he had 89 yards, 1 touchdown. This is a guy that is going to struggle, and I had to get back to that. I'm sorry, guys, I forgot. We got to make sure that we see, and we got to be – I don't like to come on here and just give you too much hopium, bro. This is a guy that's going to struggle to make this roster. He's going to struggle to make this roster. He really is. Because I think Christian Wilkins is a guy who is very, very talented, even though he's a Josh McDaniels guy. But he's a guy that probably, I think he's probably a better player than Jalen Guyton. Now, I know this is Tommy Telesco's guy, and he's brought one of his guys in, man. But, our wide receiver room, man, there's not too many spots. Trey Tucker is making his football team. Devontae Adams and Jacoby Myers, do we even have to talk about that? Now, Michael Gallup is a guy who's been productive in this league. And if he's healthy and not looked upon to fulfill a role as a wide receiver number 2, it could be like a wide receiver number 3, 4 kind of deal, then that is the level of production that he's playing at this point. And that's the thing for me. When I look and I look at this roster, I would have preferred for the Raiders to go and bring in a Tyler Boyd, right? I don't understand what happened with that and why the Raiders didn't look that way. But Tyler Boyd is a guy that is healthy and has been productive every year in the National Football League. And he's also a guy who has played with guys who are star wide receivers. I don't understand how Tyler Boyd was allowed. Now, maybe Tyler Boyd's management, and I have to look into this, maybe they wanted to get in a situation where he'd have more room to kind of propel himself up the roster. Because you got to know something. If you come here to the Raiders, Devontae Adams is here. Devontae Adams is here, bro. He's here. It is what it is. Jacoby Myers is here. These are 2 big money guys. These are guys that are going to get their touches. Maybe Boyd feels like he'll get more touches down there in Tennessee. My God, Al Davis tried to get Dan Marino, but the NFL told Al a lie on draft day. That's why we didn't get Dan Marino. Yeah, but bro, he didn't have to try. He could have just drafted him, bro. This is not the same as Dan Marino. I mean, not Dan Marino, John Elway. He tried to move up, and they had a 3-way trade. He was trying to trade for John Elway, bro. And it was a 2-way trade with the Bears and the Raiders and the Broncos, a 3-way trade, and they shot that down. Dan Marino was taken right after us. We drafted a guard, and they took Dan Marino. Like, bro, in the Raiders, we have a dubious history of taking players. And then the guy like the Aaron Rodgers, nasty work, man. Nasty work. Yo, shout out to my guy Ira Jackson, man. Gifted 5 Raider Nation Unlimited memberships, brother. Thank you for keeping the lights on here, Ira Jackson, man. I truly appreciate you, man. My guy Hug D's is now a member, bro. He said, you talking about Pete Rozelle? Blocked everything he could when it came out. Yeah, they were mortal enemies, him and Pete Rozelle. You right about that, man. Yo, shout out to my guy Ira Jackson, man, for keeping the lights on here at Raider Nation Unlimited. You know what I'm saying? $19.83. But see, guys, look. My guy, DC Raider Rich with the $5 holler, man. See you in Baltimore. Row 100. Just got the ticks. Raiders! DC Raider Rich, I got to pull up on you, bro. Gatling gun, what it is, man. We got almost 700 in the room, man. Ira Jackson is keeping the lights on over here, man. Yo, Kenny O'Brien was not a bad QB, but he just wasn't Dan fucking Marino. He wasn't Jim Kelly. He wasn't John Elway. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing, bro. Like, that's the problem with history, bro. We tend to revise history. Certain players get a bad rap based on who was taken after them. Certain players are not bad players, but when you pass on them and you get other people who become immortals, then it just looks terrible. Man. Yeah, guys, we're going to be doing a schedule release show. I definitely will. Listen, guys, we got to line it up. I'm going to let y'all know exactly where I'm going to be, what games I'm going to, so we can sit down and have a good damn time, man. My guy Access. 5 eligible receivers, 2 extra blockers in every play. That's the new Raiders offense. Yes, I'm screaming it. Yo, I love that. My guy Ira Jackson going absolutely insane, gifting 10 Raider Nation Unlimited memberships, man. Shout out to my guy Ira Jackson, man. Appreciate you, bro, for keeping the lights on here, man. Everybody gonna be a member, yo. We're gonna do a members only show too, very, very soon, man. That's right, man. You had to leave. Yo, the talk is still flowing, my brother. It always flows here. Always is, man. Ira is goated, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you, bro. I still feel like we will be in the playoffs even with the QB situation. Yes, it's wholly possible. Like, this is the thing. And this is what I don't want missed on everybody. What I don't want missed on everybody is the fact that there are 3 chambers to football. There's offense, there's defense, and there's special teams, right? So our special teams unit is an elite unit. We have one of the better kickers in the National Football League. We have probably the best punter in football, right? And then our special teams unit, we have a lot of young, talented young players. We have a very good special team unit. So I would say that is a plus, right? That is in the plus column, like a mother effer for the Raiders, right? The defense, the Raiders defense is looking to be a top 10 unit. So now you have that. So you have 2 elite parts of this team, bro. The offensive line, if it can round into shape, can be one of the better offensive lines in football. So now we're cool there, right? You look at the wide receiver core, elite unit, elite skill position players. We're there. One thing that's a question mark is the most important position in this league, and that's the problem. Because if the Raiders went out there and got even a veteran who has played with any level of success, people will be picking us a lot higher. But the thing is that the Raiders are in a great situation. They're in a situation where the Chargers, even though Justin Herbert is going to come in, he's going to be masterful, right? They're going to have to adjust to the Jim Harbaugh way of doing things, right? And they got a lot of talent. Don't sleep on the Chargers. I think the Denver Broncos will be better. But I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be worse this year. I do. I think the Chiefs are going to come back to earth, and I think it's going to be a dogfight. I think it's going to be a dogfight. I really do. And I think the Raiders, the thing about the Raiders and the trick to this season for the Raiders is, we can't lose games like that Viking game last year, where we held that team to nothing, damn near. You can't lose a game like that. You cannot lose a game like that. You have to win a game like that. And this is going to be the litmus test for Aiden O'Connell. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is a veteran roster. This is a roster that can win. And he's not going to be able to go on a 2-3 game losing streak and keep his job. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen because there was a reason they brought Gardner Minshew in. They're not going to allow this season to careen into a place where they let a quarterback that they don't have a lot invested in take us to hell. It ain't going to happen, yo. My God. Dixon Sider, AFC West record prediction. I can't give you that, my brother, until I see the whole schedule. When I see the whole schedule, I will give you my prediction. But right now, not having everything in front of me, I don't know. So I would have liked for them to get their QB, but I'm not doubting what could be done with what we have. I'm not either, Eric. I'm not. Because, this is the thing for me, right? When you look at the possibilities, right? There are only 3 quarterbacks that was drafted this year that I am sure is better than Aiden O'Connell. Sure that Caleb Williams is better than Aiden O'Connell right now. Sure that Jaden Daniels is better than Aiden O'Connell right now. And I'm sure Michael Penix Jr. is better than Aiden O'Connell right now. Right? I'm not sure if Bo Nix is better than Aiden O'Connell. I'm not sure if J.J. McCarthy's going. He possibly could be, but next year, would he be better? No, I'm not sure of that. I'm not sure if Spencer Rattler is better than Aiden O'Connell right now. I'm not sure of that. So now you gotta ask yourself, are the answers to what you're looking for in the building right now? Right? And then you got to look at Aiden O'Connell and you got to judge him on his rookie season and stack that up against C.J. Stroud. He was the second best rookie quarterback last year. He was. And you got to look at it like that. So listen, I'm cool to let him cook, man. Cool to let him cook. My guy, Ben Bad. Just because it's Harbaugh don't mean they're going to be. And yo, Ben Bad. Shout out to Ben Bad with the dope Raiderette picture. Look, I'm not saying that they're definitely going to beat us. I don't think they will. But what I will tell you this is, my guy Ben Bad, is that Justin Herbert, if healthy, is a problem. We always split with the Chargers, and then Jim Harbaugh has been a winner everywhere he's been. And that is something that you need to account for. We can't just, now that we didn't get Jim Harbaugh, we didn't want him and we kept AP, just mark it down like Jim Harbaugh isn't a formidable ass coach that hasn't won everywhere he's been. He has. And that's something we're going to have to deal with. That's something we got to deal with, bro. My guy, I agree. One of these starting QBs starts losing us game, they'll get yanked because this team is very capable of making the playoffs if we have decent QB play. And that's the thing, just decent QB play. We need for our quarterback to just make the throws because you have playmakers who can create offense. You have a guy like a Devontae Adams that can at any given time route somebody up and be waving for the football by himself. You have a Zamir White that I feel like has that home run ball that Josh does not have. No disrespect to Josh Jacobs, but I feel like Zamir White has that home run ball. It's right, my brother LV. He said, this old man loves his Raiders. F the boats, ponies, and queefs. You're damn right. You are damn right, man. AOC is going to show fools this season. I think Aiden O'Connell is going to be our starter, man. Yo, Kim Kardashian's beef. What? Yo, wow, bro. It's the F. Good thing is AOC and Minshew are both young. If one happens to ball out, could be something that worked for a few years. Let's hope. Let's look at the glass half full aspect of this. The glass half full is that they become the starter forevermore. It could be another Raider reclamation story. The guy nobody thought, fourth rounder, nobody had faith in, becomes that guy. Because that's happened around the league. What if Aiden O'Connell becomes our Brock Purdy? That'd be great. What if Gardner Minshew comes here and finds his footing after being a journeyman, i.e. a Rich Gannon, and becomes that guy for us? Man, would that be a beautiful thing for the Raiders? It'd be unbelievable, man. My guy, Jason, High Stakes Farnsworth. If you're wondering about your screen while you get the thumb, it's because you hold up your thumb, and you must have an Apple computer to hold up the thumb together at once and see what happens. Jason Farnsworth, I don't know what we're talking about, but it's a very, very dope thing, man. I don't know what the F's going on with this thumb stuff, but what the F's going on. And yes, I can't believe I responded to somebody with that name either. But you know what? I just think that it's the Gruden in me. I saw it and I had to respond. I'm sorry. Kim Kardashian's, oh, man, unbelievable. Foxdale 642. Minshew beat our defense last year as a Colt and kept us out of contention. AOC literally had just 62 yards and 3/4. And that's what happens with rookies, right? But if I'm going to be a glass half full guy, I believe last year's the worst Aiden O'Connell's ever going to play because he knows more. He's in the league now, right? So if Aiden O'Connell, what does a better Aiden O'Connell look like to you? What does that look like to you? Is that 25 touchdowns? 3,800 yards? Couple of interceptions? What does that look like? So if you have a better AOC, what would you think about that? Morris, he goes, comparing AOC to CJ Stroud is like the difference between the moon and the sun. Both are far away, no comparison to how far they are. Bro, nobody compared them. What I'm saying is that Aiden O'Connell statistically was the second best rookie quarterback last year. So the Raiders won with that pick. They drafted him in the fourth round, and he played some coherent and good, clean football. Nobody's comparing him to C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud is a generational talent. Make no mistake about it. The only one who didn't know that was Josh McDaniels' dumbass. And if he would have drafted C.J. Stroud and moved up and he had a chance to draft him, he'd probably still have a fucking job. So you don't tell me what I'm saying when I say something. The F are you talking about here, Morris? My guy, HVAC Raider. The schedule is still getting released Thursday. It's supposed to be Thursday, bro. It's supposed to be Thursday. My guy, no Bo Hardigree calling plays for him. That's another thing, bro. Yeah, super. I think he's great. Just bursting through, go through the line, see how many two stock. I think you're having a conversation in the chat. I shouldn't be reading that. What the F is going on? The good stuff. A lot of other QBs drafted with AOC had no defense. AOC had a top 10 defense. But see, bro, this is the thing. Is it Uchiwali or is it one Mike? You can't tell me trusting AOC and then anything he did good isn't by virtue of the fact that he played well. Yes, he had a great defense, and that helps. But AOC played well in spurts. He showed his mettle in spurts. It's time for us to let him go out here. Now, listen, this is how I feel about it. This is going to be a real QB competition. Most of the time, QB competitions are a misnomer. If they go into this situation and Aiden O'Connell is the quarterback, bro, and because he beat Gardner Minshew out for real, I'm cool with that. But don't sit up here and try to shit all over Aiden O'Connell because there were some things right with this team, bro. Koa Boy with the full 99 holla. What's up, Wasted? Tuning in from Hawaii. I see that. Yo, my dog all the way out there in beautiful Hawaii, man. Shout out to you, man. I got to come out there and tap in with Hawaii, man. I ain't been there in a while, bro. Got to tap in, bro. McDaniels finally out of Vegas. Just sold his mansion for $4.5 million. That's right. I hope he gets unceremoniously blocked from ever coming back to Las Vegas. Little bum. Sean thoughts. AOC is posed. He goes through his progression, stays in the pocket. He didn't have his O-line or running back number one or rookie offensive coordinator. And that's another thing. See, these are things that you guys are, guys that want to be Aiden O'Connell truthers, right? They don't go into the fact that he had Bo Hardigree, a guy who's never calling plays. They don't go into the fact that, his situation at running back, look, you had Josh sometimes, you had Zeus. Now you know what time it is, right? And nobody gives him credit for his decision-making process. I've seen some bad quarterbacks here. To me, he ain't the worst. I got to see how good he plays this year. But he ain't the worst, bro. My guy Hug D's, man, with the $5 holler. Wasted, was getting smoked with James getting pushed in his lap and Van Roten letting defenders through. Let's call a spade a spade. And, bro, that any quarterback starts getting smoked when they got, Andre James in his lap. When you got Greg Van Roten getting destroyed. If he has a better line this year, bro, I expect better play, bro. Shout out to Sean Thoughts, man. I got to let him warm it up, man. Oh, Sean Thoughts warming it up. He's effing warming it up in here, man. My guy, Israel Young, man, became a new YouTube member. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, y'all. Ready to see. AOC truth is that he does this failure fake pump, which irks the F out of me. I hate it. I hate it too. And Raider C, I'm telling you right now, him getting coaching, having a veteran quarterback coach and having a veteran, offensive coordinator, they're probably going to tell him to eliminate that from his repertoire. I can almost guarantee you that, brother. Stop the division and unite. Allow the cards to fall and then come together like butt cheeks. Shout out to you, man. Alzado said that the schedule is going to be released the 15th. Wow, they pushed it back. Look, hey, man, but listen, everybody, look, you guys, see, there's a lot of people who said AOC could put up 3 points in the game, right? There's a lot of people who told me that I was going overboard with a quarterback that couldn't advance the ball over the goddamn 50. Over the 50. And he's a damn near 10-year pro. Come the F on. Stop that. Come on, man. He's a 4th-round QB thrown to the fire, man. Stop it. Give the kid a chance. Listen, guys. Who is this? Who are we talking about here? No one's hating you. Just a super Karen. What do you mean, bro? User, are you trying to, what is going on here, bro? Are you talking to somebody in the chat, man? We got to stop it. Stop it with the nonsense, bro. We're having a good time, man. I will not tolerate the nonsense here. We have a good time, bro. This is a great freaking team that we're building here. This is a great fan base. I don't want to be disappointed with any negativity in here, bro. We don't need no effing negativity up in here, man. And that's what I'm saying, Stone Cold Raider. These fans complain about LC must have never watched Andrew Walter play. We've had way worse starting quarterbacks. The F, man. But guys, let me ask y'all something, man. We've been going at this almost 2 hours, man. Wasted. I don't normally go this long on lives, man. But I just, look, man, my daughter came and gave me that shot of coffee, man. I had to keep rolling, man. I think I'm going to have to go down to the basement and work out. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't feel like leaving the house. My guy, Frank Polari, pulls up way from Sicily, man. My guy, Ciao Bella. My guy, Frank Polari, man. Love this guy, man. One of the guys supported this channel from the beginning, guys. But let me ask y'all something, man. It's about time to go tonight, right? That's right. You're official member, my brother. Appreciate you, bro. You down by law, man. Appreciate you. AOC was a first-round prospect, but decided to stay one more year in college. And that caused him to drop. Brother's death, missed out on games, etc. That's a fact, bro. Appreciate you, Hug. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, my brother. Raiders C is in the place, man. I see us winning 8 games this year until the Raiders prove us that we can beat 5 out of 6 in our division. The rest will add up. And if we want to be a playoff contender, I think with this defense, bro, we're gonna win some games that a lot of people don't think we should have won. I think we are. My guy, man. Yo, Israel Jolly Roger with the $5 holler, man, with the sticker, man. Appreciate you for supporting the channel, bro. Now, there's a lot of people that says that, A.L. Smith was a first-round prospect. I beg to differ. There were a lot of people who were saying that. I think that sometimes, bro, it becomes like an old fishing story sometimes about some of these guys. Now, I've heard this before, but I can't substantiate this. I can't confirm nor deny, man. My guy, Frank Pillay, finally caught you live. Man, Frank, man, where you been, brother? Glad you back, man. And, yo, Brock Purdy was the last pick in the draft. Yes. So let's see what happens, bro. Let's see what happens, man. Been back. Olaf from Crescent City, CA, man. Gatling Gun, great show. Wasted. Salute to the chat. Salute to the nation. Thank y'all, man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go sit down with the fam. Then I'm going to go lift. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm getting a little thick framed. I got to get back at it. I've been being too lazy. Since I started podcasting, man, I stopped being consistent with the gym because I was a gym rat before I started podcasting. That shit is over. So I'm going to tell y'all something. I am getting back on the schedule. Love and support every single one of you. And y'all, guess what I'm going to start doing again? I'm going to start doing wasted words of wisdom when I go to the gym. We're going to start doing more shorts. We're going to be over here mobbing, yo. So what I want y'all to do is, if you guys are not members of the channel, hit that membership, man. I appreciate y'all. It keeps the lights on over here. If you guys aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe. My guy, Frank Polaire, 6 hour difference. Nasty work. Yeah, Frank, man. That's crazy, bro. Brother. But you take care, my brother, and I hope that you can pull up anytime. I got Ty. Ty, you ain't missed nothing, bro. We up in here, man. My guy, Lord Buddy Bear's in the place, man. But, yo, look, guys. Thank you, bro. Appreciate y'all. But, yo, everybody over there, hit that subscribe button. We trying to get to certain heights here on this YouTube thing, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have a great night, man. Y'all already know what I do every effing night.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Am right, man. Every day the price goes up. The Raiders are building a great effing roster, man. Y'all have a great, great night, man. Peace, man. I'm going to get on out of here, man. Y'all have a great one. And if something pops up tomorrow, we will be back rocking live, man. Peace.